Babaji, would you please talk a little bit about your own experiences, how you came across spirituality and meditation and the obstacles you faced, how you overcame them?
What I remember was the touch of spirituality perhaps came to me as a child of 7 or 8 years old, when I heard a song of great saint Adi Shankaracharya. My sister was singing, and then eventually I tried to know the meaning of it also. The line says that Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati, Dukhin Karane. Means Adi Shankara was coming back after a bath in the holy river Ganga in the pilgrimage town of Banaras, Kashi, and he saw a scholar trying to memorize the grammar word of Dukhin Karane, Dukhin Karane, Dukhin Karane. Then it would have occurred to him, and then he sang this. Sing the glory of God, remember the divinity that is all pervading, because when death is going to occur to your physical body, and the time will consume your physical body, samprapte sannihite kalame, then none of your worldly wealth, health, power, status can come to your rescue, whether you are an emperor or an ordinary man, whatever you are. This created a great impact on my mind about death. I wanted to know the secret of death. Why should we die? Why are we born? Is this thing which is born and dies, is we, or do we exist as something else? Like people tell us soul, immortal soul. Okay, why is that I am not consciously aware of that? This was the beginning point, and this led me towards spirituality, to know more about such truths. So that was how I came to spirituality actually. Then I got introduced to Adi Shankara, Ramana Maharshi, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's teachings. They are very beautiful. Adi Shankara repeatedly speaks about jnana, bhakti, vairagya, knowledge of the self, devotion of the divine, that is the ultimate truth, and detachment to the unreal. That's what jnana, bhakti, vairagya is speak. So that became a part of my life, day in and day out. My mind was always remembering. Then I started dreaming, if only I can find such a great guru who would have liberated himself and who can lead me towards liberation, enlightenment. That was how I was looking for. And then eventually I happened to meet my guru by a strange divine experience, which I would like to call. So I was in the University of Mysore. In the town in front of our house, there was a beautiful temple for Lord Hanuman, and I used to go there every morning. Once when I was sitting there, I heard someone whispering into my ears that Shiva Bala Yogi is your guru, and you will get everything from him. But when I opened my eyes and I saw around, I didn't find anybody standing there. It was a surprise for me. There was nobody else was there. Then I thought, if that person who would have whispered into me about Shiva Bala Yogi, if he will see me again, he might tell me details about that Shiva Bala Yogi, about whom I didn't know anything. I didn't know that he had an ashram in Bangalore, that he was living there also. So the next 2-3 days I was going into different temples of that Mysore town, but nothing happened. On the third day I was walking on the streets in the market. Then again I heard somebody whisper into my ears, if you go to Saint Raghavendra's temple, you will find out about your guru. Straight away I rushed, I didn't notice anything else. So that was like a commandment for me. When I went there, some scholar was trying to narrate the story of Lord Krishna through Bhagavatam. And after that, one old man came and he spoke to me, because I was quite young at that age of 15 years old. Normally in the society there is a wrong notion that you should go towards the divinity, God, after retirement, probably 70 to 80 years old. So people who were sitting there were all old, around 70 or 80 even. So I was 15, so it would have an amusement for that person. He asked me, have you quarreled with your parents? Have you run away from home? why are you here in this temple listening to God's story? I said, nothing like that. I am looking for Shiva Bala Yogi's name. I heard this. Then he said, Shiva Bala Yogi is my guru. He is in Bangalore. He has an ashram. Then he took me home and he gave Swamiji's book to me. His life. As I went on reading Shiva Bala Yogi's book, I had already fallen in love with him. Then when I went to return the book, he told me third day, for my luck, Swamiji Shiva Bala Yogi was coming to Mysore city to give darshan, public darshan, on the invitation of some devotees at the foothills of Chamundeshwari hills. Mysore has these Chamundi hills on the outskirts. They're very beautiful hills. The presiding deity on that hill's temple is Goddess Chamundeshwari. So on the third day Swamiji was coming there. I was very much keen to go. I had already become anxious, in fact. I couldn't forget him all the time. I was remembering him. So next day in the dream, I had a beautiful dream. So my mind was already working on it. How much it had become concentrated by the name of Shiva Bala Yogi. You can see by the dream that I had. It was pitch darkness. I was in the queue. Somebody comes and takes me inside through another door, telling that Swamiji is waiting for you. When I go inside, I see Swamiji sitting on a dais, on a tiger skin, and he asked me, what do you want? Spontaneously, by practice, I think, in the dream also, it came for me that I want jnana, bhakti, vairagya, knowledge, devotion and detachment. So then he smiled and blessed. Then he gives me a stick and tells me that whatever you want, it can happen through this stick. Then I tell that I want Swamiji, I want you only, my Guru. Then Swamiji takes it back, that stick, telling, if you want God, this stick won't work. This can give you only the materialistic, worldly things. Then breaking it into two pieces, he throws it away. Then he blessed by telling a mantra, Om Shivaya Shiva Bala Yogendraya Parabrahmanaya. Well, after that dream, when I got up, I was repeating this mantra, and I had become Swamiji's mentally all the time. Then I went and saw Swamiji. Then I was totally in love with Swamiji. All I knew was that I loved Swamiji, I wanted to go to Swamiji. So that was how I happened to meet my Guru.